Up next, let's hear from Jennifer Wang, Filecoin Onchain Cloud lead, and the FOC team as they unveil the stack.
Awesome. Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer Wang, lead of the Filecoin Onchain Cloud. I'm super excited to be here today to walk you through the Filecoin Onchain Cloud stack together with my team. So like Wang mentioned, over the past decade, our community has been dedicated ourselves to building very robust distributed systems like IPFS. And to help move the decentralized web, moving away from like very fragile location-based URL to verifiable content identifiers. However, with our protocol level incentives, data on IPFS is only persisted if someone is like willing to host your data, which is really leading reliance like on the centralized pinning services and introducing like a single point of failure. That's what a Filecoin is designed to solve the gap for, a crypto-backed decentralized storage network secured by verifiable proof. Since its launch in 2020, the network has rapidly scaled a global network of storage providers. We have over 1,000 nodes worldwide operating under rigorous like proof of replication and proof of space-time protocols that to deliver trustworthy storage solutions worldwide as well. And as the capacity has expanded, we introduced FVM in 2023, which brings programmability to the network. This major upgrade really enabled a new wave of decentralized applications and unleashed the full potential of an open data economy. And since then, we didn't stop, and we really continue to invest, to innovate, and build new primitives on top of VM to evolve the Filecoin to the Filecoin Onchain Cloud. And I'd love to welcome our engineering lead, Rod, to give you an overview of the Filecoin Onchain Cloud stack and how the builders can plug in.
Thanks, Jenny. Let's see if we can get into this quickly. I'm going to give you a technical overview. First of all, we have our on-chain services here. There, okay. We have our on-chain services built on EVM-compatible layer here, so smart contracts. You can use EVM-compatible tools to build this. It's built on a foundation of a payment service that is designed for funds transfers based on verifiable services. Warm storage is a service in the middle that mediates the relationship between clients and providers, and proofs for storage and other services are stored on chain in this layer. On top of this, we have a developer toolkit. This is a simple object storage layer for developers. It abstracts the chain and service provider interactions, and it's designed to be simple. As you can see here, our design philosophy is keep it simple, don't make me think. We know that storage is only a tiny part of people's applications, and so we don't want to get in the way. So that's our design philosophy around signups. Now, the SDK enables an ecosystem of cloud tooling. We're going to hear a bit more about some of these a little bit later, but I want to dive into the one that's already been talked about, which is Filecoin Pin, which is one of the services that we've developed on top of this stack. So Filecoin Pin is it's a tool we developed. It's built on IPFS. I'm actually going to go back. I think I can do that there. IPFS is at the bottom of the stack here because Filecoin is built on IPFS technologies. You can see them down there. And Filecoin Pin brings it to the top of the stack as well. So we're actually now end-to-end IPFS. It's very exciting for those of us that have been around for a little while. As Wang was saying, been around for much longer than I have. It's extremely exciting. So we're finally bringing it to builders on top of the Filecoin stack. So Filecoin Pin brings verifiable persistence to IPFS. This is something that has not been possible till now. You can do persistence, you can pay for services, but now it's verifiable through the Filecoin Onchain Cloud. Filecoin Pin is a CLI, it's a library you can use in your own applications. It's also a GitHub action that you can use for your pipelines. And there's a demo app which you can use today. So scan that, go to that ETH-limo URL. This is serverless. If you use it on your phone, you can talk to the guys out there on the table and have a go yourself. You can use this pin content to Filecoin, retrieve it via IPFS today. Give it a go, and I'm going to hand back to Jenny.
Thank you, Lara. I personally am super excited to say that now our Filecoin storage providers are the decentralized, distributed IPFS pinning service providers as well, which reduce the centralized single point of failure for the IPFS users. Just like Rod mentioned, Filecoin Onchain Cloud is a platform that connects clients seeking for alternatives to the centralized hyperscaler cloud with a global network of service provider dedicated to be helping you to take greater ownership of your services. Now I'm super excited to welcome James, one of the OGs from our SP community, to talk to you about what they have to offer.
Thank you very much, Jenny. Hey everyone, it's great to be here in beautiful Buenos Aires on this huge day for Filecoin. As a storage provider and service provider, I am super pumped about FSC, sorry. I've been a proud Filecoin storage and service provider for over 5 years. But why was Filecoin the clear choice for me back in 2020? And why is it still the clear choice for me, in fact, even more so today? It comes down to one thing. Filecoin gives me guarantees that Web 2 cloud services simply can't. Let's dig into some details as to why. So unlike Web 2's just trust us, or as we saw this morning, just trust us to fail, Filecoin uses cryptographic proofs to guarantee my data is actually stored. No blind trust, no assumptions, provable, verifiable integrity. Web 2 storage is opaque and locked in. Filecoin is CID based, meaning no duplication, no ambiguity, and absolutely no vendor lock-in. The data I store on behalf of my clients is portable and provable by default. On Filecoin, deal success, latency, and uptime are all publicly measurable. In Web 2, performance is hidden behind proprietary KPIs that you're not allowed to audit. And finally, Filecoin is the largest decentralized storage network in the world and runs across multiple independent providers, delivering genuine resilience and geographic redundancy. Web 2 is centralized and region-bound, single points of failure wherever you look. So for me, the choice was really simple. Filecoin gives me verifiability, transparency, and global resilience. Everything Web 2 cloud services struggle to offer. So what does this mean for builders, and why should you choose Filecoin service providers? First off, Filecoin SPs combine POREP, archival permanence, with PDP warm retrieval speed, giving builders both cold reliability and hot performance in one ecosystem. We run on robust, purpose-built hardware stack that we're fiercely proud of, designed for 24/7 operation, delivering the stability, redundancy, and performance expected from enterprise-level infrastructure. And because Filecoin is on-chain, builders get true programmable storage, APIs, rich metadata, automated lifecycle management, things Web 2 only offers through proprietary abstractions. And importantly, Filecoin delivers an open economic model where pricing stays competitive and performance is truly transparent. And entirely new markets, from the amazing new Curio smart markets to retrieval and pinning providers, are already emerging on top of this foundation. So, in short, builders get a verifiable, global, future-proof storage layer. Investors get real, measurable infrastructure with expanding revenue opportunities. So that's why Filecoin was the clear choice for me, and why it's becoming the clear choice for the next generation of builders. Jen, back to you.
Oh, thank you, James. I always think our SP community is Filecoin's biggest like assets. And thank you so much to bring your service to the Filecoin Onchain Cloud to help builders to avoid like single point of failure. Now, we are very excited to highlight one of the first business adding a new on-chain service to the Filecoin Onchain Cloud. Please welcome Miro, the CTO of the Filecoin Beam team.
Thank you, Jenny. Filecoin Onchain Cloud makes it easy to build new services centered around data. And we believe that the real magic happens when this data comes alive, globally available, instantly accessible, and economically sustainable to retrieve. Today, we are launching Filecoin. Oh, no, that was too early. Okay, today we are launching Filecoin Beam, the data delivery layer for the decentralized web with per byte pricing and on-chain auditability. Beam makes data stored on Filecoin Onchain Cloud instantly retrievable from anywhere in the world with Web 2 grade performance and reliability. For storage consumers paying for the storage, Filecoin Beam gives on-chain auditable payments and insights into the retrieval performance of individual service providers so that you can better choose who you store with. And for the first time on Filecoin, Beam is paying service providers for serving retrievals, changing data access from a cost sink into a sustainable business. And that's just the beginning. Looking ahead, we are implementing support for X402 protocol to enable clients and AI agents to pay instantly with no subscriptions and no intermediaries. It also allows creators to monetize access to their content. Filecoin Beam is live on the testnet. We are coming to the mainnet early next year, and we charge less than 2 cents per gigabyte of egress. And you can learn more at filbeam.com. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Meryl. If we can click into the next slide, that would be amazing. But that is our new ownable, verifiable, programmable Filecoin Onchain Cloud Stack. Filecoin Onchain Cloud Stack is live on testnet, so you can start building now. A lot of builders has been building already. You will be hearing from them very soon. And building now, and you can take our advantage of our limited time offer for only $2.50 per terabyte per month of storage when we launch on mainnet in early 2026. And that's it. That's our Filecoin Onchain Cloud Stack. And let's open the cloud together. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenny. Please welcome to the stage Simon Schmid from ENS Labs.
Hello, everybody. Let's see if my notes are here. Ooh, yes, they are. Yes, hey, my name is Simon, and I think, did somebody talk about the Cloudflare outage this morning already? Yeah, I think so. But it was actually interesting because I came here and then we talked a little bit about, okay, what's going on? And then, oh shit, the doc sites are down. What can we do? I'm like, yeah, it's easy. You go on app ens.eve.limo, register your ENS name, and then put the content hash, and boom, everything was up again. So cool. I think, yeah, so I think Molly talked about this also a little bit. Can I go to the next slide? Oh, the green button. Huh. Yeah. So what I'm talking here is like a lot of text, but in the end what's going on is like in 2018 on ENS IP7, it was already specified we want to have a content hash. So everybody knows ENS as that thing that puts a name to a Ethereum address, but actually already then it was envisioned that we need to be able to address content on these decentralized networks like IPFS and Filecoin with ENS, and that was possible with the NZIP7. So now, like a couple of years later, everything falls now together. Back then, like files on IPFS disappeared. It was cumbersome to update these content hashes. and so on and so forth. The QM hashes are not easy, but now things coming together. So now we can use ENS, as I said, to address these contents, but also in order to update then the content hash. That's actually an interesting problem, because if you want to have a very high quality and volume DeFi app, you want to have security over when your app actually changes. And that's very, very interesting. So with OmniPin and eth.limo and Safe, you have now a system in place that when on GitHub you create a commit, it will build automatically a pull request, upload to Filecoin Cloud, and then like in Safe there is a new transaction suggested, and the Safe owners can accept that transaction, and then only leverage everything of the security for Safe, and then put that on chain, and then it's updated. It's the most secure and unstoppable way to run actually a website and the dApp, and I think every dApp developer should do this. Tim and me will be around tomorrow also and go to all these DeFi apps and say like, hey, this is now the way of hosting your dApp. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Simon. Please welcome to the stage Tim Fong from FilOz.
Can you hear me? All right, thanks, Simon. That was great. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk through a couple of emerging use cases. And these aren't speculative. These are things that people are already building today. So the first one we talked a little about this morning, which was data sovereignty. And so what are the factors that are contributing to that? We talked a little bit about the US overreach through the Cloud Act. But there are also a lot of countries and regions which are repatriating their infrastructure into their own region. They want to own the infrastructure and the data because of AI. So regardless, this desire for data sovereignty is really, really growing. And Filecoin allows that. Now, it's not just companies or countries, but it's also individuals. And so many of them want to own their own data, and they don't want to have intervention by a hyperscaler that's controlled or a government. We saw earlier this morning a conversation and presentation around DPIN networks, and they really are reconfiguring the way infrastructure is deployed. And many of these are collecting, they're storing, monetizing, and making available all of this valuable data. And it's increasingly seeing that it's for AI training. But what do you do with that? How do you trust it? How do you know that it's reliable and accessible in a reliable way that can't get blocked or tampered with? And so Filecoin Onchain Cloud allows that. It's a global storage network without the vendor lock-in, and it allows provenance through immutability and on-chain audit trails. Okay. So Simon just made a shout out to the Web3 builders, and in the past, maybe the unstoppable web dApp was a meme, but it's real now. And so if you're a dApp developer, why would you want to store your data on AWS? So Filecoin Onchain Cloud provides that alternative. So we've heard that it's a decentralized global network, but a lot of the things that they need that are native for dApp developers. So it's EVM compatibility, crypto rails, and now with Filecoin Onchain Cloud and the SDK, you can get started in less than 5 minutes. And the last trend that I want to highlight is the AI agentic economy is inevitable. And what does that mean? We're going to imagine a world where agents are taking on labor that we normally expect humans to do. But the challenge is, how do users trust that these AI agents are actually doing what they say? They are whom they say they are. They perform the way they do. So imagine you hire an AI agent to manage your finances and do investments. How do you figure all that out? Well, the Filecoin Onchain Cloud enables this class of usage by having a place that you can have transparency into the identity, into the performance, into all of those aspects around an agent to take in data, but have clarity around how that data is being used and by whom. So these trends, I believe, are here now, but they're going to continue to grow. We've already had hundreds of builders tap into these opportunities and begin building. And so if you want to see what these builders have done, stay tuned. And on to the next conversation. All right, thanks very much, everyone.